So Wendy Williams is breaking her silence after she's pushed back the premiere date of her season 13 of the Wendy Williams show and now has had multiple guests and rumors about her return to the show. And also Travis Scott is now paying for the funerals of the 8 victims from the Astroworld Festival, and he's also being sued. And we just heard that Faith Evans and Stevie J are over. Let's get into a round of hot topics. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you know, we've been following this Travis Scott situation all weekend. We will get into that. But I wanted to give you a quick roundup of hot topics that came across my desk this evening, and they include Wendy Williams. As you know, we've been following this Wendy Williams story. There have been accusations of alcoholism, Graves' disease. We don't know. What we do know is that Wendy Williams' show was supposed to premiere on September 20th. However, it didn't premiere until October 18th, and she still wasn't there. It had an onslaught of guest hosts, including people like Sherry Shepherd, Whitney Cummings, Leah Remini, and this week, Michael Rappaport. Well, Wendy Williams is finally, allegedly, breaking her silence, but she's doing it on her social media in a statement to her fans, but it sounds like a publicist to me. And I think if you know Wendy Williams enough, you'll be able to sound like her in a Instagram message. So this is what Wendy said on her Instagram earlier today. She says this: "How you doing? I miss you all. As everyone knows, my health has been a hot topic. I'm making progress, but it's just one of those things that's taking longer than we expected. I'm a woman of a certain age, and I know enough to listen to my doctors and will return to my purple chair as soon as we all agree I'm ready. I want to thank all of my staff and our guest hosts for stepping up and stepping in while I can't be there. I also want to thank Debmar Mercury and our stations for being so understanding and supportive while I work my way back. Most of all, I want to thank my fans. I have heard your prayers and comments and feel all the love. You are everything to me. I love spending my mornings with you all, and I'm doing everything I can to get back to work. But right now, Wendy has to focus on Wendy. I love you for watching." Here's the thing. I appreciate Wendy putting out this message, but it sounds like PR. Because as I've said to you before, the ratings have been doing well without Wendy. Okay? Well for them in comparison to the reruns, okay? The show has been doing okay. But there are also rumors that the advertisers, the other stations, are concerned. And I'm sure that these partners have not really relayed what's really going on, because the streets have been talking. And if Wendy is a liability and they don't feel like she might be coming back, that doesn't look good for their station partners or their advertisers. So it sounds like to me, Wendy had to release the statement in order to appease those station partners and the advertisers. It makes sense. But either way, we are glad, because as you know, we didn't want them to push her out there before she was ready. I'm hoping that this message is genuine and that Wendy is doing better and getting there. There was a recent photo of her where she did look stronger. She still was in a wheelchair, but she was moving from a wheelchair to a car. So it is a good sign. Either way, regardless of what it is, I'm wishing Wendy Williams the best as she gets back together. This week's guest host, we're going to see maybe a ratings dive. But Wendy, get well soon, girl, and get back to us. Let's talk about Stevie J and Faith Evans. If you didn't know, Stevie J from Love and Hip Hop, but also a producer, married R&B singer Faith Evans back in 2018 in a Vegas wedding. I never understood this relationship. Well, now we're hearing they're getting a divorce. You may recall just last year, Faith Evans was arrested for a domestic violence issue in their home. So according to TMZ, they're reporting that Stevie J beelined to the Los Angeles County Superior Court on Monday and filed divorce docs. Okay, and this is according to the online records. As we reported, Stevie and Faith got hitched in Las Vegas back in July of 2018, as I said, tying the knot in an intimate ceremony in their hotel room. The wedding totally blindsided their friends and family and myself. Stevie and Faith did not have any children together, and it's unclear at this time if there was a prenup. I'm just glad they didn't have kids together. Stevie J already has enough problems in the kid department. What was surprising to me in this report was that Stevie J, this is his first divorce, and of course this was Faith Evans' second divorce, but third husband, I believe it is, because she was married to Biggie, then she was married to the guy before, after Biggie, and then she married Stevie J. I'm always interested in the men that Faith Evans dates. Either way, Faith, where is the music? Especially for dating a producer, you think they would have collaborated a lot more and we would have gotten a lot more music. Anyways, they're getting a divorce. Speaking of legal troubles, Travis Scott. As I said to you before, we've done multiple reports on this Travis Scott Astroworld mayhem. Well, now everyone and anyone is suing him and Live Nation. This is what we're hearing now. Travis Scott and Live Nation continue to have lawsuits pile up against them, with one Houston injury attorney just submitting 7 in the last hour for various clients, and famed attorney Ben Crump is also repping victims. The docs obtained by TMZ are mostly identical, filed by the Houston law firm Roberts Markland LLP, but switch out the petitioner name each time. Each lawsuit claims both Travis and Live Nation failed to provide adequate security and a security plan to protect attendees, and conditions of Astroworld Festival caused several stampedes and a crowd compression that led to the 8 deaths and hundreds of injuries. And as I've been covering this story, so many of you have been sharing your stories of past Travis Scott concerts, people that were at this specific festival, and all of you have been saying the same thing, that this has happened before. It just did not result in deaths, and it wasn't reported. But I also reported to you that Travis Scott has faced charges before for inciting chaos at his own shows, allegedly. In the docs, Travis and Live Nation accused of failing to warn fans of safety risks and failing to provide appropriate medical staff at the event. Of course, there will certainly be more lawsuits filed by concertgoers and wrongful death litigation expected as well. It doesn't end there, though. Travis Scott finally is revealing that he is going to pay for the funerals of the 8 victims, and he's partnering with BetterHelp to provide counseling to everyone that attended the festival. This comes after Roddy Ricch, who also performed that night at the festival, had said that he was donating his fees to the victims. And a lot of people were saying, okay, where's Travis? But this has Kris Jenner's smell all over it in regards to this story and feeding the story to TMZ. As I've said to you all before, some of these bloggers, blogs, media outlets have connections to certain celebrities. Certain celebrities use these platforms to tell their own narrative. I get it. And that's what's feeling like in regards to this TMZ situation. Because as you know, I reported just yesterday that TMZ were saying that he was distraught, that he had no idea. And I'm not saying that he didn't. What I'm saying, just you read the story, you're like, this sounds as if they're using TMZ to tell the story. TMZ is a huge platform, so I get it. But it smells like Kris Jenner. Smells like Kris Jenner. This is what they're reporting now. Travis Scott is stepping up to help the families. Listen to the language. Travis Scott is stepping up to help the families of those who died at Astroworld Festival, offering to pay funeral costs and extending even more help for those affected. Sources close to Travis tell us, hey Chris, tell us he'll be fully covering any and all funeral costs that might come up for the families of the 8 people passed away at the concert this weekend. Okay. You also may recall when I reported on the victims, one of the victims, Brianna, actually her family had already started a GoFundMe. So according to TMZ, they said that we're told this is going to be coming from Travis's own pocket, and that there will be no questions asked as it pertains to those 8 individuals and what their families might need to properly lay loved ones to rest. Travis is also partnering with BetterHelp, a network of mental health professionals, to offer mental health services for free to anyone who attended Astroworld Fest who may need to talk through their trauma. Right now, it's unclear how exactly Travis Scott and company will vet claims for the service, but we imagine it's going to be a system that vets people to make sure they were, in fact, in attendance on Friday at the Astroworld Festival. This is a nice way of helping, but as I said to you before, these lawsuits are already piling in, and I'm sure more will be coming out. This is a huge liability for Live Nation and Travis Scott, but I'm sure there is insurance for these types of situations. But it is going to it's going to be a really hard thing for Travis Scott to have a show going forward, or this festival going forward. Either way, we will continue to be following this story. I want to know your thoughts on all of these stories for this quick Hot Topics roundup below. Let me know your thoughts. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.